1, 2, 3. And we are here with Tracy Girlinghouse, Livingston Parish Councilman for District 7. And after all the carbon capture talk, we had another pretty big momentous item that was on the agenda about zoning. The first district map was approved. So I guess, Mr. Girlinghouse, you've been one of the main proponents of that, really, you know, since you joined the council. I guess, can you kind of talk about what this meant for you personally and just for the parish as a whole?
I mean, personally, these both personally, it's a relief. At times I wondered if it was ever really going to happen, you know, but we persevered, and, you know, we spent probably the better part of 6 years, 6.5 years, just educating the public, educating ourselves on the zoning and how we should move forward. I've always said this is something we should have done, you know, back when we adopted the Home Rules Charter. But, you know, we've done it now, and it gives us an extra layer of protection, you know, as far as development goes, you know, where we can come in and say, hey, you know, I don't think this is right for this area. It's like I said in the meeting too, I zone my map, and it's a little strict as far as development goes, in order to where we can come in. If someone comes in once, we can actually say, hey, we like this area, or we don't. You know, having said that, the process typically is, you know, if you want to rezone something, you have to go to planning and zoning now and get them to look at it and see if they'll approve it. But we understand, like, all zoning maps are always, they're never complete. They're always adjusting and moving, and they always will be. And I know ours, mine, and my fellow councilmen, when they pass theirs, you know, there's going to be a lot of adjustments going forward. So we're going to kind of bypass that process as far as we're including planning and zoning. So if you contact, look at your get a map, you can look on the website, and or come to the council office and take a look at it. And if you have questions, or you are concerns about how your piece of property is zoned, then you can come to come to me or whoever, you know, if once the other areas get zoned, and I think they will very shortly. And, you know, we can address it, come to terms on what it should be, and we can just bring it straight to the council and change it. There won't be a fee. The process is short. It's just simply just come and talk to your councilman and getting it done. And you said that's until December 31st, 2029. So
people will have more than a year to be able to, if they have, once these other, because I know the big push was to try to get it done before the end of this year. May or may not still happen, but at least people, you know, you would imagine the first quarter of next year would be done. They still have,
well, mine's done.
Yeah, yours is done. So, people still have 9 or 10 months ideally to be able to change.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And look, these guys are going to get it done. It's been needed for a long time. You know, and as of right now, I have, you know, my district, District 7, the area around Walker. It has a layer of protection that no one else in the parish has. Now they're going to get it. You know, and it's coming, and I wanted to be the first to do it, because I assumed that I would be the one that would take, you know, the proverbial bullets, if you will, on this. As it turns out, there were other things on the agenda that kind of just clouded over it. And if you'd have told me that 6 years ago, you know, at this moment there would have been things on the agenda that would just overshadow that, I would have thought that was insane, you know. But you know, it's done. It's a good thing. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of this legislation. I think it's probably, I guess, quietly now, you know, I would say the strongest legislation that's come out of the council ever. You know, and people will see that over time, because this is as big as anything that we accomplished during the moratorium, because it really is an umbrella of protection that gives the council a say before, you know, someone wants to develop a huge development, you know, where we can, you know, you look at how it's zoned, and that right there can just stop it from the get-go. Someone wants to build a 600 house, you know, development, you can just, you know, essentially say no from the beginning, because, well, it's just not zoned that way. And I don't have anything that's not already has house on anything in the district that is zoned that way. So, you know, so I'm proud of it.